That's it. And by the
I
way,
don't like this.
whether or not you want to say,
the biblical argument.
whether or not you want to say it's a story, it's a literal, or it's a metaphor, whatever. The fact is, it's a book that everybody reads. The majority of the world puts value in. And beyond that, everyone has a stake in that little sliver of land that could sink in Lake Michigan, smaller than New Jersey. And why is that? Because we want it. And that's the only reason. Guys, welcome to Muzzle Tough. Thank you so much for getting us to 180 subscribers. You are the change that we wish to see in the world. We're two guys. We don't know what we're talking about. Today, we're talking about... Here we go.
No green, no green, no green, no green, no green, no green. Come on, no green, no green. Oh, keep going. Just go a little more. Fuck. Yay. Oh.
Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism.
She's
Ben,
just anti-Berta to me.
Yay or nay, Ben?
All right. So we're saying anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. I'm going to say, I don't know. You go first.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say no. I'll say no.
Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. It is tantamount, equal, and completely the same thing. Ben, why don't you give us your opening statement?
I'd like to start by saying everything is alleged, and the views expressed on this channel do not represent the people who are saying them with their own mouths. Okay, so now that we have this, the legalese out of the way, what was the question again? Oh God! All right, here we go. I think that anti-Zionism. Look. Okay, just hear me out for 1 second here. Okay, just everyone cool your jets, because we have a special guest next week. We're going to be interviewing someone who lives in Zion, and okay, here we go. Let's give the opinion, because that's what the people want. All right. I don't think Zionism and Judaism are the same thing. I think one of them is land and the other one is bland, right? And you can figure out which one's which. You know what I'm saying? No. Here we go. I'm dancing around this one.
You're really dancing, Ben.
Tiptoeing through the tulips. Okay, here we go. I think that you could think one thing about a religion and not necessarily have to say that the land that it came. Like, who knows what's the answer? That's all I got.
No, see, so the thing is, the land is a part of the religion. The land promised to us by God, okay?
Oh God.
Used to be known as the land of Canaan, changed names to the land of Israel, renamed again by the Romans. Okay, Palestina, a Roman name, by the way, not an Arabic name.
Interesting.
And then renamed again, rightfully so, Israel later on. Here's the deal. Every fight concerning the people in that land, they'll say is about the land. Anyone who starts a fight, they'll say it's about the land. We want the land. We want to live there. Mm-hmm. Do you want to know why I know that that's not fucking true?
Why?
Because tomorrow right here, I'll put it up on the screen for anyone who wants to see it. But a day of jihad was announced tomorrow. And if it was, and that is worldwide in America, Europe, Africa, every single continent. And if it was just about the land, there would be no day of jihad. If it was about the people in the land, then it'd be about the day of jihad, because it's not just about the people in the land either. It's about their relatives. It's about their family members. It is about Jews. Anti-Semitism is a tricky word. It's been invented by the Germans in the 1920s to intellectualize Jew hatred, right? because you can lump Semites, some Arabs are Semites too, technically. You know what I mean? Semitic is just a region, just the same way Caucasians from the Caucasus mountain region, so on, so forth, from back in the day. Anti-Semitism, Semitism, Judaism, in that term, the way it's supposed to be used, anti-Judaism, anti-Jewishness, is deeply rooted and tied to anti-Zionism because the Holy Land of Zion is integral to Judaism. Not even as a religious philosophy, by the way, because you can ask an agnostic or an atheist Jew, hey, if the world goes to shit, if the country you're at decides that they want you out, where are you going to go? And a few days ago, they would have said Israel.
I'll tell you like this. I love semitical arguments. Okay. And I just was
Good.
waiting to say that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you like this. I think that the thing is land, we're thinking about land like borders, but they also like the reason why they're doing maybe necessarily like a jihad all over the place is because the allies it gets borderless. That's why I think that there's a difference.
Listen, Jews, they constantly make us borderless. Listen, if Hitler had listened to Eichmann and sent all of the Jews of Europe to Madagascar, there would be Arabs in Madagascar trying to kick us out. Guaranteed. Listen, this war, this argument, this battle that's been going on, people say it's been going on for decades. Huh. People say it's been going on for centuries. Huh. Try thousands of years. It's been going on for 3,000 years. And listen, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that in our own book, the Torah, we are not the squeakiest and cleanest of character. Okay? The birthright, we all know, was stealed. It was stolen and cheated away from Esau. Okay? Our forefather, Jacob, okay, was it Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob and Esau, right? Jacob and Esau. Yeah. It was between Jacob and Esau, and Isaac was to give the birthright to Esau because he was the oldest. He came out first. But while Esau was out in the field hunting, Jacob, at the behest of his mother, by the way, so we're blaming the women again. At the behest of his mother, dressed up, put fur on his body, and went to see his blind father and said, yeah, it's me, Esau, give me the blessing for the birthright. So I'm not even going to shy away from the fact that that our right to the land was stolen, right? But it's ours. We got it. We got the blessing. A blessing that the Muslims, by the way, put just as much there's precedence in the Old Testament. That's what I'll say. There's precedents set in the Old Testament that follow through the New Testament and the Quran, right? And if that wasn't the case, then those three religions would not be branches of our roots.
I'll tell you like this:
the land is integral to Judaism, not only as a religious people, but as a people stam. That's it. And no matter where we are, no matter what land we are in, they will try to kick us out of eventually. And that is why if we don't have a state of Israel, and by the way, even if we have a state of Israel, like I said, even if Israel was Madagascar, they would still want us out then. It's so hard for people to wrap their heads around, Ben. Listen, it is a biblical prophecy that is unfolding constantly. God said that we will be as numerous as the stars as in the sky and as plentiful as the dust on the earth. People love to hate us. People love to hate us, and they hate to love us. And that is what that means. We will be like, they'll look up to us, and they do. The people look up to the Jews for their wealth, for their power, their influence in the media, and all of this stuff, and they despise us for all of those things too, Ben. And if it were centralized, they would say that that one country has too much power. And if we're decentralized, they say that we're spread too far out across the earth.
But then you're kind of making the argument that like anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism because it doesn't matter where they are. They could be in Zion. They could be in
I'm saying
Madagascar.
that it is
Doesn't matter.
anti-Jewishness. Whatever
Well,
Zion is an idea. It's not Israel. Zion, as it's called in the Torah, is more of an idea than a physical place. But of course, for us and for the Arabs too, by the way, Al-Aqsa Mosque and all of that stuff is built on the place where the temple was, the Mecca that the Arabs make their Hajj to. That's the rock that supposedly Abraham was about to sacrifice his son on, but God stopped him. All of these things are so deeply rooted and integrated into our book, the one that God offered them, that they refused and we accepted. That's it. And by the
I
way,
don't like this.
whether or not you want to say,
the biblical argument.
whether or not you want to say it's a story, it's a literal, or it's a metaphor, whatever, the fact is it's a book that everybody reads, the majority of the world puts value in, and beyond that, everyone has a stake in that little sliver of land that could sink in Lake Michigan, smaller than New Jersey. And why is that? Because we want it. And that's the only reason. If we
I mean,
wanted
there's so much historical stuff.
any other piece of land, they would want it.
Well, they're not really fighting for New York too much. Actually, no, that's wrong. They did, didn't they?
Yes.
Hey, I'll tell you like this. I think that anti-Zionism is anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism is anti-Semitism. They're not good things, but I don't think they're like what is it, mutually exclusive? Is that the right word? Or are they mutually exclusive?
I'm arguing that they are not mutually exclusive.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to get that one right. I'm like, I don't actually know how that phrase works. It's like one fell swoop or one felt swoop. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I think, yeah, by the way, it's fell swoop, not felt. And how do I know that? Because I'm a genius. Okay, so here's the thing. Mayor. I got no opinion other than paragliding into music festivals to kill people is a bad thing to do. That is my hot take for today's episode. That is my unpopular opinion, is you shouldn't go, no matter what, no matter how pissed off you are, you don't paraglide into Supernova when people are dancing to drum and bass and start raping and murdering and kidnapping people. I think that is, now I know that's a tough one to process as far as opinions. I know it's a bit out there, a bit extreme. Some might call me an extremist, not that kind, different kind of extremist. Okay. But at the same time, there's a lot of nuance. There's some old aunts, but there's plenty of nuance too. And the nuance is new anti-Semitism. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's a portmanteau right there for you guys. Anyway, enough jokes. I stand with Colorado.